Okay. We'll see now some of the common types of defects which are coming in the building in a day-to-day basis. First is erosion of mortar. Okay, there is a brick the joining at the joints. We'll be placing the what mortars. Okay, so mortar joint is function. Its function is to the masonry block or brick wall. So it joins the different brick units or building units into the one integral part. This is because of there is a strong and durable material. Okay, if its strength is more, joint strength is more, then it is acts as well as good as a one strong wall itself. Okay, continuous wall. Mortar joint is considering deterioration when you have the signs such as when that joint eroded more than one fourth inch from the face of the unit, from the face of the wall, or beyond the depth of original joint. When that mortar erodes greater than its original joint depth, then we call that erosion. Okay, cracks are visible within the mortar. That is also one deterioration part. The bond between brick and mortar is broken. The bond between brick and mortar is broken, and or the mortar has become soft or crumbling, so that it can be easily picked up from the nails itself. Okay, any portion of the mortar joint is missing. Some of the has been peeled off from the surface itself. Okay, mortar joints are not intended to be a permanent part. It's not a permanent part of the masonry wall, but rather an expandable component that does not have replaced at intervals. Means what? A day-to-day base mortar joints have to be replaced. Means what? Continuous plastering has to be done. Okay. If it is not completely plastered, okay, if that is exposed without plastering, then these joints should be continuously applied. That is the meaning. If complete plastering is done on the exterior or interior surface, then these joints should not be done continuous basis. Removing or deterioration of the mortar joint, removing this deterioration of is having through the repointing process. Means what? Repointing has to be done. Pointing process, do you remember this building construction operation? Pointing is applying the fresh mortar wherever the joints are there. Okay, this is called as pointing surface. Replacing it with the new mortar. Replacing it with the new mortar. The causes for this mortar erosion, causes of this erosion of mortar joints are spalling of mortar. One is spalling of mortar and brick wall. This is due to the expansive nature of frozen water. Once moisture is there inside the wall, during the freezing temperature, it will expand. So that is why the erosion of mortar will take place. This happens when excessive moisture enters the wall or rainy season. Any building that are built without adequate expansion joint, if the expansion joints are not provided, that will cause the erosion problem. The cracks occurs due to the movement. The cracks occur due to the movement or from the thermal expansion due to the daily variation in temperature, day temperature, night temperature, or seasonal temperature. Okay. Besides uneven settlement in building foundation, besides the uneven settlement of the building foundation can also lead to the cracking of mortar joint. Cracking of mortar joint. This is the typical foot of the erosion of mortar joints. You can easily see there are the brick units in between that. Initially the mortar has been applied, but now you can easily see bricks are there, but mortar is washed away. So this is called as erosion of mortar. Erosion of mortar. Okay, probably the mortar is unstable to be as resistance as it should be. Means what? It is unstable. Means what? Poor quality of material have been used. So for severe weathering also takes place, such as high strength cement concrete mortars can result in loss of bond. If you use high cement content, if you use more cement in a mortar, obviously later it will lose its bond to the brick and mortar. Okay. Peeling of the paint, another defect. This is a peeling of paint. Peeling usually occurs on building facades. Means what? It's wall surface. It's wherever the surface area exposed is more. Okay, so peeling occurs generally there, mainly on the walls, columns, and other areas which are exposed to the excessive rain and greater dampness. Okay, more rain, more dampness, then peeling of paint will comes. Some buildings that are located near the sea may face a much higher risk once the signs of peeling paints are visible on the exterior. Because seawater is saline in nature, so the moisture will carry the salt particles. So the buildings in the coastal area always have the more peeling problem in the paints. Okay. Peeling of paint is always the result of poor surface preparation. Means after the plastering you should not apply immediately the paint. At least you should give 7 days of curing work. When that plastering work is completely set, later you can go for the painting work. Okay, so poor surface preparation is one of the major cause for the peeling of paint, such that there is no bonding between that plaster surface and the painted surface. The majority of the peeling paint problem occurs on the surfaces exposed to rain, sun and other variation in the temperature. If a paint peels from the interior wall, the reason for the peeling of paint is mostly due to the improper preparation of the surface. Means that is, if you are not prepared the surface properly, so the interior walls may get peel its paint. Okay. Apart from that, moisture is also one of the major problem. If moisture surrounding the wall continuously seeps inside the body of wall, obviously peeling of the paint will takes place. It happens when new plastered surface or new skimmed walls or ceilings are not given enough time to completely dry. So that is the problem. If you apply the paint on freshly plastered surface, obviously after some days you are going to see the peeling of paint. Okay, should give sufficient time to set. The temptation is to start as soon as the plaster will leave the place and painter will come and apply it on. Okay, so the problem will start to come. The heating on full blast to try to speed up the drying process also result in peeling of paint. What do you mean by this one? Whenever you apply the paint on the wall surface, it is in fresh state or wet state. To make it dry faster, you are applying what? Heating blast. You are applying the blast heating such that it will dry suddenly. It will dry suddenly, but its strength is not going to take place. Okay, this will cause the peeling of the paint. So this is one typical example of the peeling of the paint. So what you see here, so the surface has been come out, it has been removed. So next type of defect is a cracking of walls or leaning of walls. Okay, cracking of walls. It is the nature of many construction material to crack as they age. Means what? As the after some time, some years of time, almost all material starts to crack because they are losing their strength, because they are not in their natural state. They expand, they contract due to temperature variation, particularly with the exposure to moisture. Okay, what will happen when the material is exposed to moisture? They get wet and dry alternatively, so this will lead to expansion and contraction continuously. So this continuous expansion and contraction of the materials will lead to cracking of the walls. There are cracks in common areas such as exterior wall, interior wall, corners of the doors, windows, ceilings. Okay, in the corner portion maximum times the cracks will come. Crack defect have classified of visible damage to the wall. These are come under the visible portion, visible damage. Easily you can identify. There is having a different state in the category. So we can make the category of the cracks depending upon their width, depending upon their nature or the degree of damage. What are those? We'll see. Okay, table 2, there is a next table will give the visible damage to the walls. In this you can see the category, you have given the ranks something like that. Degree of damage means least to highest, like that it will go. Description, little bit description of the damage and approximate crack width they have given. See, if the rank is category is 0, then that degree of damage is negligible. So it's generally a hairline crack less than 0.1 mm. Okay, no actions required. Okay, no actions required. Its width is generally less than 0.1 mm, less than 0.1 mm. Next category is 1, very slight. Here the fine cracks which can be easily treated during the normal decoration, means what, during the painting itself we can treat it more. So the cracks are rarely visible in the external brickwork. These are very less, up to 1 mm, up to 1 mm width. Next category is what? Slight. Its damage category is slight. So these are up to 5 mm, more than 1 to the 5 mm. So these can also be filled. So this recurrent crack can be masked with suitable linings. Means what? Some wall putty can be applied such that cracks can be repaired. Okay. So cracks are not necessarily visible externally. Some external reappointing may be required to ensure weather tightness. Means what? Some person will check whether these cracks allow moisture to penetrate or not. Doors and windows may slide and require easing and adjusting. Once the crack starts appearing at the junction, the door operations, window operations will hamper. So this is the second category. You can see next category, it's called as moderate. It's called as moderate. So it's here that the width of crack is 5 to 15 mm. 5 to 15 mm. Okay. So crack which is required some opening up, means when you want to fill that one, suddenly you cannot apply the wall putty on the directly crack. Okay, so what you should do, you should open up the crack a little bit more, and it can be patched by a mason, and repointing work of external brickwork, possibly small amount of brickwork to be replaced. A small 1 or 2 bricks can be replaced and new brickwork can be made. So here doors and windows start sticking. Service pipes may start fracturing if this type of cracks appears on the wall. Okay. Severe means the next category. Here the width you can see 15 to 25 mm. 15 to 25 mm. Okay. It also depends upon the number of crack. Here more damage. Obviously it is severe, extensive damage which is required. So removing of the section, breaking out and replacing the sections of walls completely, especially over the doors and windows. Windows and door frames are distorted, floor sloping noticeably, wall leaning and bulging noticeably. So all these problems will appear in this category of cracking. Okay. Very severe. This is the last one. This is the structural damage itself. It is the structural damage itself. It's more than 25 mm. So here what you can do, structural damage which requires major repair job involving partial replate or complete rebuilding. So that wall has to be replaced completely, because due to the earthwork or accident something would happen, so that wall is completely broken. A major crack has appeared. So beams, what will happen? Beams lose their bearing, means their load transfer mechanism will lose, and wall will start leaning badly on one side. Okay, requires a shoring work. Shoring is what? Temporary support work. Okay, windows broken with distortion, windows frames will get damaged, danger of instability. So all those things will come. According to the construction, the occurrence of wall crack is because they are overloaded. Wall cracks usually appear due to overloaded, or because the structure has settled, or heaved. Okay. So this is type of example you can see. Here on the inside there is a beam. So beam will lose its bearing. This is what one example for severe cracking. So here door frame or window frame is also get distorted.